The dueling continues in an all-new Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links coming up next.
Going fast makes me feel alive. My heart beats in hyperdrive. Do you think you can win? Only if I lose. Just let destiny choose. I can hear you breathing. I can see you coming. I can feel the wind that's blowing me around. Take a shot at me, running side by side. It's a blur as I go by. I can hear you breathing. I can see you coming. I can feel the wind that's blowing me around. See the sun rising, fire in the sky. Greatness thrusts itself into our lives.
Hey guys, welcome once again to an all-new episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, right here on TOONDISE. As usual, I'm Scott, and tonight we are going to be opening up some booster packs in the in-game shop, and I'm going to show you how it can be both very straightforward and yet very complicated at the exact same time. We're going to go over that. Also, I'm going to talk a bit about how the legendary duelists work at the gate. But first, as always, I do want to remind you, if you guys like this video, if you enjoy our series, very important, make sure you hit that like button, join us in our Discord chat, the link is down below, and also visit our website, toondise.com. It helps out a lot more than you think it does. Now, first off, to get the night started, as you can see, I finished dueling those other vagrants, and I managed to get Officer Trudge up to level 20. So, if you can recall, last week we went through one set, it got me up to 15, 2 sets, I'm now up to 20, and the level cap is 30 for 5D's characters. So, we're gonna still have to go through a couple more vagrants, but we won't do that tonight. I'll take care of that later on. What I really want to talk about is the gate, and I just want to do a quick recap here, especially for those of you who may not know the best strategies involved in getting ultra rare and super rare cards. Pretty much, when you go to the gate here, you have the option of picking which legendary duelist you want to face and the difficulty level, levels 10 through 40. Now, you might think to yourself, obviously, level 10 uses the least number of resources in terms of gate keys, and you just want to challenge each duelist as many times at level 10 as possible. Unfortunately, that's actually the worst option that you can go with here. And the reason for that is, if you can take a look at the right side here, pretty much your duel score indicates how many rewards you get from winning a duel. For every 1,000 duel points, you get another reward up to a maximum of 8. But if you challenge legendary duelists at level 10, 20, or 30, look at how many cards you could possibly get as essentially item rewards for winning the duel. Quite a lot. I count at least, 38 here? So, oh well, okay, my math is a little off. 30, more like it. But it does look like 38. Anyways, the point is, every card from, I want to say, this point on forward to the end of the list here, Spirit of the Winds onward, is pretty much a useless card. So, realistically, only the first, I want to say, usually it's the first 8 cards. In this case, I mean, there are a few extra rare cards exclusive to Jaden here, but typically it's the first 8 or so cards that you want to get. But when you're challenging these legendary duelists and you only get one reward for every 1,000 points, and it's not only these cards that are dropping as rewards, but also you have a chance of getting gold or gems dropping as well, and sometimes other useless rewards like jewels. Typically, it's not the best idea to challenge these duelists and essentially expand the number of rewards that can drop, because you may as well be spending twice or 3 times the amount of keys as you need to. The ideal solution, of course, is to build a competitive deck, like I've been mentioning the past couple of weeks, and you challenge these duelists at level 40. And that way, as you can see, you're limiting the number of cards that can drop as rewards down to the duelist exclusives, as opposed to all these other cards that no one really wants. That said, though, it is still a pain, because if you look at this, in Jaden's case, right, we're talking at least 5 different UR and SR cards, and the rest are rares. So, still, the chance of you getting the UR or SR that you want is very slim, but it's best in terms of laws and averages and the laws of probabilities to still challenge these duelists at level 40. The other thing I should mention too, you do have the option of doubling or tripling the number of rewards that you can get just by spending the equivalent multiplier in keys here. Generally, I would say the ×3 option is really a bad idea, because you have to remember that, on average, just with a regular deck, you're gonna get around 3 or 4 item drops from winning a duel anyway, and since you're capped at 8, it doesn't matter if you've got the highest duel score possible. I mean, if you spend 3 times the amount of normal keys, and you essentially hit the max number of rewards, at that point you're actually wasting keys. So generally, the best option is either to go with a ×1 multiplier if you've created a deck that can essentially get like a high duel score right off the bat, 6,000, 7,000, or if you don't have a deck like that, go with a ×2 multiplier, but never go with a ×3, because again, at that point you're just wasting keys. And yes, you're probably thinking, why do I have over 5,000 keys here? I've got a lot of items. Yeah. But yeah, I would say, for the most part, just keep it down to the ×1 and ×2 multipliers. The other thing I was going to mention, too, on this, some previously available event exclusive legendary duelists have been added to the gate. Zane Truesdale is one of those characters, and I do want to point out that compared to the other legendary duelists at the gate, there is a larger selection to choose from, even at level 40. So if you are going to challenge duelists like Zane, just be aware of that. Instead of the typical 8 cards that a regular legendary duelist has that you would be going for as drop items, like in Zane's case here, we've got about 14. And then still, at level 40, we have all these other just regular rare cards as well. And don't even think challenging him at level 10 through 30 is going to be even easier, because, yeah, with all these cards, it's literally impossible to get the ones you want. So I just wanted to point that out to you guys, because obviously you do need to grind, because, again, some cards that are crucial to your decks you can only get from legendary duelists, so you do have to grind for keys and then challenge them at the gate here. There's also an option where you can buy a master key at the in-game shop, and as a result, you can challenge legendary duelists as often as you want at the gate without spending gate keys for a period of 30 minutes. But again, that's a waste of money, because you can't auto-duel duelists at the gate, and there's only so much time that you have available, especially when you're challenging them at level 40 for those higher rewards, you'd probably be lucky to get through maybe 5 or 6 duels at the most before that timer ran out. And yeah, it's again just another way to spend money in the game, but you really don't want to. It's better just grinding for the keys. Anyways, enough about that. Let's head on to the in-game shop here, and I'm gonna talk to you about opening up booster packs, which works a little bit differently than it does in the Pokemon TCG Online. As I mentioned a couple weeks ago, in PTCGO, as you may recall, you entered in codes, for the most part. I mean, there was a gems option. I think it's since been removed from the program. But for the most part, you entered in codes that came in real-life booster packs. You got the equivalent booster pack as a virtual pack in the game. Each booster pack came with 10 cards and guaranteed at least one secret rare or ultra rare card in that sense. With the Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links in-game shop, it's a little bit more difficult to get the cards you want, and I'm going to explain why. And again, this goes alongside what I was saying earlier, which is that this game is really pay to win. This is just one box set that I'm looking at right now, Gaia Genesis, right? There are, so far, quite a few box sets. I mean, you've got the main box sets on the left-hand side here, 17 of them, in fact, going all the way back to the original, The Ultimate Rising, back in, I think this was 2017? No, 2016, so we're talking 2.5 years here. But yeah, you've got the main box sets on the left, you've got mini box sets on the right, and this is the way it works with this program. So each box set has a set number of packs in the box. Each pack only has 3 cards. You heard me right, 3 cards. So you thought it was getting pretty dicey with real-life booster packs being cut down to 8 or 7 cards from the typical 10. Konami is really hitting you where it hurts in the pocketbook here. So each pack only has 3 cards in them. There is nothing that's guaranteed with these packs. They're all randomly generated cards from the box set, so it's not like you're guaranteed to open X number of packs and get, let's say, a guaranteed ultra rare or super rare card. So, what makes it even harder than that, though, is there's a limited number of the ultra rare and super rare cards in the box set itself. So, for example, whereas with the Pokemon TCG Online, right, I could open up 100 packs and I could get 10 copies of the same secret rare card. Not generally going to happen, but theoretically I could get the same copy of that particular secret rare card multiple times throughout all those pack openings. Whereas with the Yu-Gi-Oh's in-game shop system, throughout all of these packs, there is only guaranteed to be 1 ultra rare card, or let's say 1 or 2 super rare cards. So taking this box set as an example, which is the one that we're actually going to be opening up tonight, Gaia Genesis, I've opened up a couple of packs already, but this box set, I'm down to about 150 packs left. Of those 150 packs, and remember, each pack has 3 cards, so technically there are 450 cards in this box set. Of those 450 cards, there is only 1 Mermail Abyss Mega Glow. There is only 1 UA Midfielder. There is only 1 Swap Frog. This is the problem with this setup. you can literally end up having to go through the entire box set, and some of these older box sets have 200 packs in them, which is essentially 600 cards. And of those 600 cards, you're opening up packs just to get one specific card you need for your deck. So, like in this case, the reason why we're opening up the Gaia Genesis box set tonight is because I want another copy of Galaxy Cyclone, and I want a second copy of Drowning Mirror Force. But I may have to go through 120, 130 of these 150 packs just to get these cards. Now, the good news is, if I get lucky, and let's say, for example, I go through 20 or 30 packs, and I just so happen to have RNG on my side, and I grab the Galaxy Cyclone, and I grab the Drowning Mirror Force right off the bat, I can then choose to reset the box itself. And by resetting the box, what that'll do is essentially put all the cards and all the packs back into the box, so I don't need to go through and waste additional gems going through the remaining packs if the card I pull happens to be early on in opening up the box set. But, again, everything is RNG related, and the other issue too, of course, is that when you look at this, right, there are so many different box sets here, and generally the cards you want are split over multiple sets. So for instance, Revolution Beginning might have one Blackwing card as a UR, and then Blackstorm Rising has another UR or SR Blackwing. So now you're opening up multiple packs and multiple different sets, hoping to get multiple copies of the card you need, and therein lies the cash grab from Konami. Because, again, they expect you to actually buy these packs with real money. They do have sales from time to time, like this option here. 10 packs plus one guaranteed super rare. And, again, you might think, hey, that's a good deal, because at least if I go with this option, I'm guaranteed to get a super rare card. Here's the kicker, though. If you read the fine print, the super rare card you get out of these guaranteed sales or guaranteed promotions in the shop, they're a random card from the entire box set that is pulled from outside of the box itself. So, as an example, let's say hypothetically this was 10 packs plus 1 UR, right? Just using UA midfielder as an example, because that's another strategy, a UA deck that's really popular in competitive dueling right now. So we know that there is only one UA midfielder out of all these 150 packs that are remaining in this box set right now, right? So if this deal was 10 packs plus 1 UR, I could technically get, let's say, one of these other UR cards. So let's say, instead of UA midfielder, let's say the guarantee ends up being Gemini Spark. Well, normally, if I were to pull Gemini Spark just from regular draws, like if I use this option, the 10 packs for 500 gems, or this option here, 30 packs plus 300 gems, if I were to pull Gemini Spark out of that option, then this Gemini Spark will be removed from the box set, right? So it's one less card that I have to worry about drawing again out of the box. However, with these special deals and promotions here, it doesn't remove the card from the box. So I could technically draw, let's say, Gemini Spark, and there would still be one more Gemini Spark in the box. I might draw a second copy. Now, okay, that's great if it happens to be a card I want, like the Galaxy Cyclone or the Mirror Force, but if it's a card I don't want, well, now I've just essentially wasted some money getting a second duplicate copy of a card I never wanted in the first place. So, again, I mean, they've really made this a lot more complicated than it needs to be, and all of this, of course, is detailed in the fine print, the important notes section, which most people will not even bother reading. So, my best advice is, don't spend real money on packs, contrary to what Konami wants you to believe. Just spend the in-game currency, the gems currency, but more so than that, don't be impulsive. Read through these notes, understand what each of these options happens to be before you actually go ahead and start opening up packs, because otherwise you could be disappointed, especially since this system is a heck of a lot more complicated than a normal in-game virtual currency shop. So anyways, with all of that lengthy explanation out of the way regarding Legendary Duelists at the gate and how this in-game shop system works, let's go ahead and start opening some packs. One other thing I should mention, though, just a real quick piece of advice. Generally, I try to make sure I always have about 3,000 gems just holding around in my account. The reason for that is sometimes, spur of the moment, Konami will release these special event-exclusive mini boxes, and those mini boxes have a really good selection of super rare and ultra rare cards, sometimes combined from multiple different box sets. But, of course, these boxes, or these special boxes, are only available for a limited time, so you always want to make sure you have at least a couple thousand gems in the bank. That way, if one does happen to pop up, you've got the currency right off the bat. You can jump right in and get those packs open, rather than trying to grind at the very last minute, trying to increase your gem balance. So let's kick things off here. Like I mentioned, I've already opened up a couple of packs already. I think in this set, I think there was 180 to begin with. But, let's see. So we've got this gold animation. I should mention, though, that's not a guarantee that there's a super rare or ultra rare card in this pack. Konami just likes to mess with you from time to time on the animation front here. And okay, this time we actually got something. Kawaki Meiru Urnite. That's the super rare. Now we've got a blue animation with flashing Japanese symbols or hieroglyphs. So again, not a guarantee, but... Oh, we got a UR, Gates of Dark World. Oh, okay, now this animation here was the rainbow sparkles. That is a guarantee that you've got a UR or SR. So, Great Spirit, Core Compression, and Kawaki Meiru Sandman. Kawaki Meiru Initialize, Elemental Hero Mudball Man, and Meiru Crusader. Sea Serpent Warrior of Darkness, Thousand Eyes Jellyfish, Cloudian Cirrostratus. Rage of the Deep Sea, Yado Karu, Mermail Abyss Gunde, another warrior, Double Trap Hole, Aqua Actress Arowana, Cyclone Boomerang, Mermail Abyss Balayan, and UA Mighty Slugger. Again, that animation doesn't mean anything. I don't know why they threw those in. Iron Core Armor, Aquarium Lighting, and we got a super rare UA Penalty Box. That's a new card, apparently. I'm surprised. I thought I already got one before, but I guess not. We've got Zone Eater, Metabo Shark, and another Meiru Ice. So, you see, this was a case where I actually got better than average odds, because typically when I open up 10 packs at the cost of 500 gems, I'm lucky to get one card out of 30 that's a UR or an SR, believe it or not. Just because, I mean, again, we're talking 600 cards in the box set, potentially. But in this case, I actually got 4 UR and SR cards, so, of course, none of which I actually need or want, but... And the other thing, too, is you can see on the right, this quantity displayed here for each card remaining updates in real time. So, for instance, I know right now I'm not going to draw another Sangan. That's just not going to happen, because there's only one, and I've already picked it out of the entire box. We've got UA Playmaker, Bubble Shuffle, and Meru Maximus. Shock Troops, Core Transport Unit, Iron Core Luster, Iron Core Armor, Zone Eater, Glossy, and Meru Prototype. Again, that's just a standard blue animation. And as I predicted, nothing out of there. Core Blaster, Cyclone Boomerang, another Abyss Gunde Glossy. 3 Karibo, no URs or SRs. Sea Crusader, Doki Doki. Bubble Blaster, Bubble Illusion, Iron Core Luster. We got the Hieroglyphs, Wolf Axe Wielder, another Mermail, and another Mighty Slugger. Here's the guaranteed URSR because of the rainbow animation again. Mirror of the Ice Barrier, Ocean's Keeper, and Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Gorilla. And that was it, apparently. Spell Stopping Statute, Abyss Scale of the Mizuchi, and Aquarium Lighting. So, you see, this is more typical of a 500 gem 10-pack opening. Just getting one SR, Brotherhood of the Fire Fist, and that's it. And sometimes you can actually open up 10 packs and not get any URs or SRs, and believe it or not, that's actually pretty common. More so than you'd think. Just because of, oh, another Cloudian. Yeah, more so because of the number of cards in each box set. Cranium Fish, Clay Charge, Abyss Turge. Got a gold animation there. Maybe it's an SR, who knows? Burst Return, Core Blaster. Oh, I was right. SR Atlantean Heavy Infantry. I think that works well with Water decks. From what we saw a couple weeks ago was Mako. What is that? Meru Ghoul Gungulate? Ghoul Ungulate. Yeesh. And I apologize if I'm butchering the pronunciation of these cards. I mean, weird names. Mudball Man, there's Abyss Lead. Core Blaster. Initialize a Kawaki Meru Shield. There's another Mirror of the Ice Barrier, Zone Eater, Dreadnought Dunker. Synthesis, Core Transport, Abyss Squall. Another Mudball Man, General Raiho of the Ice Barrier, Doki Doki. Raging Cloudian, Actress Guppy, and Mermail Abyss Lead. So again, only one SR, and I already have 3 of them. And there's still another one in the box set. Now, some people will actually say it's better to open up one pack at a time, because if you think about it, one pack at 50 gems, 10 packs at 500, you're not really getting a discount. So you would think it's better, and by all means you can do that, but it takes 10 times as long. So if you have the extra time, sure, you could save yourself a couple extra gems here or there. Especially if, again, you happen to get the cards you want out of the box set really early on, out of pack draws, but for the most part, I would say going with the 10-pack option is the better route. Great Spirit, another Mermail, Cranium Fish. Another Cloudian. I was actually thinking of building a Cloudian deck because I think that's one of the decks that can get a high amount of attack power. Okay, you see, here's a perfect example of what I was saying. I opened up 10 packs, I did not get a single UR or SR. So that's why you need a lot of gems. It's for that exact reason. Because I just got 30 cards, none of them were URs or SRs. Core Compression, another Cloudian. Mermail, Quacky Meru. In fact, for those of you who don't know, Konami actually changed the structure of some of these box sets because originally, I believe it was that the main boxes had 200 packs each, and the mini boxes each had, I think it was 80 packs. And then, in an attempt to balance it out, they cut down the main boxes down to 180 packs for the newer ones, and they cut down the newer mini boxes, or rather, they increased the newer mini boxes from 80 packs to 100 packs, making it a little harder to get URs and SRs out of them. Oh, speaking of URs and SRs, we've got one here. See? Oh, it's another UA penalty box. Wow, that's unfortunate. Alright, so let's continue on here. Giga Stone Omega, huh? I'm telling you, some of these names, very, very weird. Oh! We've got a special. What do we got? Mermail Abyss Spike. Ugh. And another Mermail Abyss Spike. Again, cards that I do not want or need. Bubble Shuffle. Negaton Core Panel. Wow, so 2 SRs and both of them Abyss Spikes. Was that it for Abyss Spikes? Yeah, it was. Thank goodness. Aqua Actress Guppy. I'm feeling such a deja vu here. As you can see, there are so many copies of the non-URs and SRs that I mean, even if you're not going for, let's say, the regular rare cards, you're just opening up a box set for a specific UR or SR, you really don't have to worry, because you're pretty much guaranteed to end up with about 20 or so copies of each rare and normal card here. I mean, I think it's something like 6 copies of each rare card in the box set, so... Alright, so there's another pack set. No Cyclone, no Mirror Force. And you see, this is what you have to go through, right? So, I've already gone through a significant amount of packs, right? And I'm almost down to half of my gem balance. And as you can see, I haven't gone to cards that I've been going after. In this particular box set, there are a couple useful cards, don't get me wrong, but... Let's see here. Oh, I bet you this is Elemental Hero Gaia. Watch. Oh, there you go. You see, I could tell because of the color. Purple card for fusion. Works well as an Elemental Hero deck, but again, not what I'm going after. What we got here? Ah, there we go. Drowning Mirror Force. Perfect. That's my second copy of it. There we go. So, I got 2 URs in that set of 10 packs, right? So, that was a good pack opening. Again, it goes to show you, we started tonight with roughly about 150 packs. Now I'm down to half, right? And I got 1 of the cards that I was going after. Now, of course, I could reset the box right here and now, and that way I could put Drowning Mirror Force back into the box set, maybe draw a 3rd copy, but I'm still going for Galaxy Cyclone, so there's no point in resetting it. Plus, the other thing, too, I could use a 3rd Snowman Eater. Works very, very well for water decks. And I've already got 3 Acts of Despairs. The other thing, too, I believe, yeah, I only have 1 UA midfielder, so I might as well just keep opening up packs for the moment here. And hopefully I get the Cyclone early on. If I do get the Cyclone, then I would probably reset the box, because I'm not going to go through another potentially 3,000 gems worth of pack openings just for a UA midfielder, since I'm not really creating a UA deck anyway. But if I get the UA midfielder first, it'll be a bonus. This could be an SR. Oh, we've got a prismatic of something. Ah, Kawaki Meru Sandman. I got a prismatic that I didn't want. Oh well. Oh, there's a Snowman Eater. Perfect. So now I've got 3 Snowman Eaters, essentially Man-Eater bugs, but with higher defense. So, I'll take that. By the way, just in case you're wondering, no, there is no option to trade cards with other players in this game. That's another difference between Duel Links and Pokemon TCG Online. Whereas PTCGO is not really as competitive. I mean, there are competitive elements to it with in-game tournaments, but Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links really takes competitiveness seriously. So that's why I'm guessing there's no trading option in the game, because they want to prevent players from opening up multiple accounts and then just trading with themselves. Which makes sense. Especially because this game is taken a lot more seriously. I mean, there are some real stakes. Especially when it comes to world qualifiers and all that. Alright, so what do we got here? Atlantean Marksman. Joy. Oh, we got something. Mermail Abyss Mega Glow. And yeah. Again, not what I was hoping for. So we're down to 50 packs. Potentially 2,500 gems. And again, keep in mind, we're going for UA midfielder and Galaxy Cyclone. Those are the only 2 cards left that really matter. Another Axe of Despair, that doesn't help. Rage of the Deep Sea. More Cloudians. That's the problem with the way this is structured, especially because there are only 3 cards per pack. You end up spending the majority of your gems on a box set that you don't want to. Atlantean Heavy Infantry again. Prismatic, so I guess that counts for something, but again, I'm not creating a deck from Mako, so that doesn't really help me. Let's see. Yes! We got it! Galaxy Cyclone. Wow. Unbelievable. So at that, I would say I can save about 2,000 gems now, because I don't need to open the remaining 40. I could, if I wanted to, go for another UA midfielder, but when you look at the cards that remain here, we've got 1 midfielder, we've got 1 Swap Frog, 1 Gemini Spark. Not really that useful. And as far as SRs, Dark Valkyria, I already have 3. Atlantean Marksman, I've got 3. The Snowman Eater, I've got 3. UA Stadium, I've got 2. Again, I could go for a 3rd if I wanted to, but I'm not really in the habit of building UA decks. Unless you guys want to see a UA deck, I mean, feel free to let me know, but at the moment, I'm not going after that, so because of that, I would say I'll just save the remaining 2,000 gems here. And what we'll do is we'll reset the box. Have to confirm here. And there you go. See, 180 packs. Every single UR and SR card gets put back in. So if I want to go for a 3rd copy of Drowning Mirror Force or a 3rd copy of the Galaxy Cyclone, I could do that. But look at my gem balance, right? We started off the night with, what, 9,800? And now I'm down to 4,300. So 5,500 gems just to get what is essentially 1 extra copy of Drowning Mirror Force and 1 extra copy of Galaxy Cyclone. Now, don't get me wrong, right? We did get other good stuff as well. But, still, just keep that in mind. It takes a lot of gems and a lot of time. Before you go, remember, if you enjoyed tonight's presentation, make sure to hit that like button. It really does help us out. If not, hit the dislike. Also, don't forget to chat with us on our brand new Discord server, and also visit our website at TOONDISE.com. The links are all down below. I will see you guys right back here 1 week from tonight, next Thursday, 8/7 Central, for another all-new episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. Until then, as always, I'm Scott, and I will catch you guys later.